10 reasons you should hate Meghan Markle. Sued by Samantha. Just so the audience is aware, I actually like Meghan Markle. But a year after Markle gave a televised interview to Winfrey, Oprah of that sorts, the former Suits star was sued by her half-sister for allegedly making false statements during the tell-all. Samantha Markle, who filed the lawsuit, accused the Duchess of defamation based on false and malicious statements. Samantha argued that the Duchess lied about being an only child and about the last time she saw her elder sibling. She also claimed Markle falsely stated that Samantha changed her last name to Markle after the former Hollywood actress started dating Harry. As recently as late July, Markle denied that she lied to Winfrey about being an only child. Archetypes. In March, it was revealed that Markle would host a podcast on Spotify titled Archetypes, which will investigate the labels that try to hold women back. It was noted that the Duchess of Sussex will speak with historians and experts to uncover the origin of the stereotypes and have uncensored conversations with women who know all too well how these typecasts shape narratives. The title of the show refers to the theme of the series, as well as Archewell, the non-profit organization founded by Markle and Harry. The name pays tribute to their firstborn, Markle, who has a history of activism for women's rights, revealed in an audio teaser that she hopes to address stereotypes that have long generalized women. As much as I love the idea of the podcast and I love what she's going for, unfortunately, a lot of what she has said on the podcast caused major backlashes towards Markle, which is again unfortunate because the outlook of the podcast and the idea is very, very good if properly executed. Treason. Harry and Meghan's latest royal attacks were eviscerated by UK commentators, with the TV host even suggesting that it constituted treason. Nana Akua was so outraged that she called for a national referendum to get the couple stripped of all their titles, including Harry's birthright as a prince. She called the docuseries disgraceful, adding, "I would go as far as to say that they are committing treason." The host was angry that Meghan made it all about race, claiming the only reason why people don't like this woman is frankly because of the way she behaved. The awful things she's said. This woman is delusional, self-obsessed, and she's dragging Harry down with her. And frankly, they are a disgrace to this country, Akua said. Dan Wootton, a fellow GB News host, called it the couple's most disgraceful propaganda yet. In a gutless roundabout way, Prince Harry has just accused Prince William of bullying him out of the royal family. This Netflix series isn't just a delusional fantasy of victimhood, it's the end of a relationship with his brother. He tweeted, "Princess Diana would be devastated," he claimed, of the brother's late mom. Exit. Yeah, I know this was a bit ago, but Harry and Meghan dropped the bomb bright and early into the new year of 2020, reportedly taking everyone, even the Queen, by surprise. After many months of reflection and internal discussion, we have chosen to make a transition this year in starting to carve out a progressive new role within the institution. They wrote on Instagram, "We intend to step back as senior members of the royal family and work to becoming financially independent while continuing to fully support Her Majesty the Queen." Unfortunately, obviously, the Queen has passed away. Over the next few weeks, Harry and royal family entered a series of negotiations about their new life and as working royals would look like, including paying their own security fees, achieving financial independency, and maintaining certain conduct standards out of care for the Queen's reputation. Meghan stayed in Canada with baby Archie for a final week-long tour in February of 2020, and the couple have since settled in her hometown of LA. Prince William. Meghan Markle isn't too fond of her brother-in-law, Prince William. The former Suits actress reveals in her and Prince Harry's docuseries that she is annoyed at Prince William for allegedly colluding against her Associated newspaper lawsuit. Markle's lawyer, Jenny Afia, recounts in episode 6 of the docuseries that the judge presiding over the Duchess of Sussex's legal case ruled in her favor in 2021. Here's the quote. "Then Associated newspapers predictably appealed. When we were just about to go to the Court of Appeal, a senior member of William's team came forward to give his witness statement, which wasn't required. And then sadly, there's just no way we could have done that without the authority of his bosses. Afia is referring to Jason Knopf, a former communications secretary of Will's and his wife's, as well as Harry and Markle. Knopf is also the staffer who reportedly made a complaint against Markle to HR, claiming she was bullying other staff members, which she denied. Knopf then became CEO of William and Middleton's Royal Foundation, a post he later left this year. He's now a board member of Earthshot Prize, which William founded. Harry also claims William lost his temper during a family meeting held after he and Markle announced they were quitting the royal family. People think she's lying. Meghan Markle tears up about how hard it is and how hard she worked to fit in before stepping down from her royal duties. "I tried so hard," the Suits alum said in the second half of her docuseries. "That's the piece that's so triggering," she continued, "because it still wasn't good enough and you still don't fit in." Describing leaving England, saying in a docuseries that man overseeing the plane's crew took his hat off and shared his appreciation for everything she did for the country. The Duchess remembers, "It was the first time that I felt like someone saw the sacrifice, not for my own country, but for this country. It's not mine." When the couple landed in Canada, Markle said she collapsed into the arms of Prince Harry's longtime security guard. The Duchess shares that she then told her husband's employee that she tried so hard, to which he replied, "I know you did. I know you did, ma'am. I know you did." After their Canada move, people believe that this is false though, and it's just all lies. So let me know, what do you think? Staff backlash. A source told the British paper that palace insiders were seething with rage at allegations made in the forthcoming docuseries. The trailer was also slammed by online trolls who called it hypocritical. In a conversation with Sky News Australia, Paul Murray, Meghan Kelly mentioned her perspective on the bullying allegations, how they were coming out from abandonment of her friends and family, her wedding peppered only with celebrities, and no one she actually knew or loved her. They lost 14 staffers, top staffers in the past few years. That's not normal to lose 14, especially at the level when you're royal. People probably really want to work for you. One internet user voiced their opinion on the trailer by saying, "I love the part where Harry and Meghan write a letter making it clear that the monarchy is a horrible oppressive system." This outrage has caused former employees to voice their frustration with NDAs that limit them from saying anything about the lies in the Netflix docuseries. One of the palace staffers said, "She knows we can't financially protect ourselves by going to court, so she keeps pushing. It's all a game for her, and she's loving it." She said, "I certainly have chosen to remain silent out of respect for the crown, but if they keep attacking us and our character, reputation, etc., we need to feel like we are equally supported by the royal family." Fake photos. We have gone over this a ridiculous amount of times in these videos, but we got to keep coming back to it because it's true. A photograph used showing press bombarding a car with a follow-up image of Meghan wiping tears from her eyes to emphasize a point of Meghan being bombarded by photographers. It wasn't her. It was Trump's former loyal, Michael Cohen, in the vehicle. Host of the Meghan Kelly show, Meghan Kelly pointed out 3 other shots in the trailer, at least, of her getting mobbed by press, which just had nothing to do with her at all. Obviously, Photoshop is a utility and it's good for marketing. This is all just marketing. People don't really understand that, but it's just good marketing. But it is huge in the tabloids right now because there's a photo of her with paparazzi that wasn't even of her nor any royal family. It was from a Harry Potter premiere before her and Harry even met. So it had nothing to do with her. And people lost their mind over it. And then how they really met. Apparently this is all lies too. Samantha Markle has came out and saying that Meghan loved the royals and Meghan was obsessed with them, especially Harry. So when Meghan kind of came out and said when they really met and when they met the first time, her research was just going on Prince Harry's Instagram account, people called bull poop. They didn't agree with this. They thought it was bull. They said, "No, Meghan, you've been obsessed with him forever. It was your whole plan all along." A lot of her old close friends have said the same thing. But yes, basically when they met, it was all set up. Meghan apparently had this social climb planned out. I don't know if she did. I don't personally agree. If you agree, please let me know in the comments down below. And planting lies. Prince Harry talks about the hierarchy in a video. He says, you know, there's a lot of leaking, but there's also planting of stories. No one knows the full truth. Shots were fired. More unwanted attention on the family with the show The Crown based on stories from the royal family. It's receiving backlash on a storyline about the affair between Prince Philip and friend Penny Natchbull, which is believed to be insensitive following the Queen's passing last September, which is a fair point. Let's not talk about the parish. Let them rest in peace. Don't talk about their side pieces. Have some morals. But I do want to bring that up because obviously Meghan and Harry have been kind of deluding and working with tabloids now and kind of exposing a bit of inside source stuff that doesn't resonate well with the other royals.
Serena Williams. After meeting at a charity football game in 2014, Meghan and tennis star Serena Williams became great friends. After beginning to date the prince and being bombarded by paparazzi and press, her friend gave her some friendly advice. "I told her, you've got to be who you are, Meghan. You can't hide," Williams said. Meghan's best friend, however, is said to be fashion stylist Jessica Mulroney. The girls became close after Meghan moved to Canada to film Suits, and her 3 children even served as bridal attendants at the wedding. That's sweet. Unlike Drake, it seems Meghan does in fact have friends in the industry. I'm sorry, that was a bad joke, but it's good to have people watching your back and giving you advice in times of need. That's really nice of Serena and Jessica. The Queen's Jubilee. The ex-royal pair, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, decided to cut short their celebrations of the Queen's Jubilee, flying back early instead of participating in the later celebrations. Royal expert Katie Nicole said of her take on the situation, "I honestly think it's because they knew that they wouldn't be in the front row." And why did they leave the royal family? They left because they weren't in the front row. I believe that's why they weren't at the other celebration, as they did not have center stage seats. Meghan disregarded the respect for Queen Elizabeth II's 70th year on the throne and just flew back with Harry, all for some seats. The time she threw tea at a staffer. Allegedly, she threw a cup of hot tea at one of the Admiralty House staff in Oz. Meghan expected to get the whole of Admiralty House to stay during their tour, but she only got a wing of it, so allegedly she told the host a 4-letter word off and asked, "Do you know who I am?" Apparently she was like a Tasmanian devil during her early pregnancy, and the host tried to soothe her with a cup of tea. She didn't like the tea and threw it at the staffer. What a nightmare. She lost her cool on an experienced royal aide. Samantha Cohen, the experienced royal aide who Queen Elizabeth asked to help Meghan transition into royal life, was screamed at by the couple before and during a flight to Australia for their 2018 tour. Sam always made clear that it was like working for a couple of teenagers. They were impossible and pushed her to the limit. She was miserable. A friend of Cohen's claimed she was constantly having to battle on Harry and Meghan's behalf while taking all this abuse from them. That's terrible.